Hi, my name is Mulan. I have recently set up an event, a well-being event called Spring Melanin for the purpose of dark-skinned women, specifically for dark-skinned women to attend. The purpose is for nurturing, healing, conversation and relaxation. A bit more background about myself. So I graduated with a law degree, went into modelling, and since I've been in the industry for about 8 years, I've done creative direction, art direction, management, PR and marketing. So from dabbling in the industry, I decided to set up my own agency and also put together this event called Spring Melanin. Spring Melanin! Definitely. I think my experiences, obviously as an individual, there's a lot of things to consider, but my shade in particular, especially with modelling, made my experience a lot different from my other friends who are white or mixed race or light skin. I remember a casting director say to me, "Oh, your features are very commercial, but your skin is so dark." And I was just like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean my features are commercial but my skin is dark? And how is it that, how do they not go together in that sense? Like, how can my skin not be commercial? But if you look in the media, you will know from the lack of representation that it obviously isn't considered commercial. But I'm here, so yeah, my experience has been very different. So Spring Melanin is a wellbeing day event. It starts at 12, finishes at 6. It has the first half, which is relaxation, meditation, conversation, self-care workshops, spirituality, tarot reading, massages, manicurists. So it's very much about relaxing the mind as well as the body. So that you can become more open and vulnerable. And then the second half is about panel talks, like industry talks. So the first theme was about womb health, and we had someone who has their own organisation for womb health come in and give a talk about the different types of issues you can have with your womb, and hormones and those types of invisible illnesses, which a lot of people like to pretend don't exist because they can't see them, but the people who suffer from them are suffering in silence. So I needed to bring some awareness to that. And then the second talk we had was about life coaching and giving each other tips on how to self-motivate and get yourself up and out of bed every day, especially as dark-skinned women who face a lot of oppression, suppression, and just being at the butt of everyone's joke and being undervalued, underpaid. So it's mostly about uplifting and empowering young women like myself who have existed in a world that acts as though we don't exist and has a lot of negative connotations attached to our skin tone, shade. And then we close with an act, so like a performing artist. And for the launch, we had an amazing spoken word artist called Dilemma. Do You Let Every Man Adapt? And she's very much about women empowerment, and her poems, her spoken word is incredible, and it brought like a very nice close to Spring Melanin, and there will be more Spring Melanins every other month, but basically it's an event for dark-skinned women to discuss different issues in regards to existing in a world like this. So I want Spring Melanin to be international. I think it's needed everywhere in the world. It happens across borders. It happens not only in Africa and the Caribbean, which a lot of people think. It also happens in Brazil. It also happens in Asia. There are a lot of dark-skinned Asian people, dark-skinned Hispanic people who you don't think exist because you've never seen them until you travel into the country and see them. So I would love to have these types of Spring Melanin be in such places to empower these people and allow them to feel the confidence to be in the center, to be in the spotlight like they deserve to be. I would love to collaborate with anyone who's all about women empowerment, intersectional feminism, people who understand the nuances within the Black community, within Black women, within racism, colorism, shades. I would like to collaborate with just artists and businesses who have the same ethos as me and as Spring Melanin. We've all got so much to learn from each other that I would like to gain a lot by collaborating, because I'm not perfect and no one is. So working with new people who have the same kind of ethics, that's what I want.